We discussed the difficulties that we encounter in clinical research in homeopathy, how to overcome that. It can be done, in a way. I'm just suggesting anybody interested in research in homeopathy, clinical research in homeopathy, he can start with observational study. He can go on observing cases, and then he can pick up a particular problem for his project, or to investigate it further, a specific disease process, and naturally that time inclusion, exclusion criteria, assessment criteria he has to consider about that, and then of course start with the treatment according to, it has to be naturally for a definite period of time, maybe 6 months, 1 year, whatever, depending on the disease process. Similarly, another physician also can take up such a project on the same disease, and then we can compare one who is getting definitely good results. Probably, we can accept him as a good research in homeopathy, and then that investigator can now concentrate on the drug selection, repetition, potency selection. So the whole process of starting with the drug selection, repetition, and potency selection is more or less covered, and that gives the weightage to clinical research in homeopathy. And of course, it is possible that 2-3 physicians are getting reasonably good results. Then we can combine the whatever their finding, and what will be the ultimately we'll be getting a group of drugs which will come most probably or more often in that particular disease process, and further progress can be made. That is what the clinical research in homeopathy. And again one point to remember, we cannot compare it with modern medicine. I'll give you the example. For example, in diabetes, we know that homeopathic medicines act through our control system in our body. So it is possible that when we give treatment, homeopathic treatment, the sugar level may not come down drastically. The lipid level may come down but may not come down to normal, because the medicine, the action is not only target point. The target points are multiple: blood sugar, the lipid level, as well as the other symptoms which may be troubling the patient. So the assessment criteria in homeopathy, they differ, so it cannot be compared with the treatment of modern medicine. What probably can be compared is, you are giving homeopathic medicines at the end of 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. What is the condition of diabetic patient? Whether he is in a better shape without any complication, the one who is on modern medicine and one is on homeopathic medicine. So that will be the more the way in which we can compare the result of therapy on the long-term basis. So that is how we have to go as far as the clinical research in homeopathy is concerned. Of course, in acute diseases one can definitely compare in a short time, because you are given the medicine to a fever patient. You have treated 100 cases of fever, and these are the results. In chronic cases, it is rather this is the way we can follow. It's a long-term research, maybe 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, because the process is not it's not going to get over in a very short while. So this is what the difference between when we compare the clinical research in homeopathy in acute diseases and chronic diseases. This is all about research in homeopathy. And with this talk of mine today, we intend to close down this particular program. But of course, yes, we are interested in communication and teaching and interaction. In the next few months or in a very short while, we are going to come out with CDs where the subject of homeopathy is put in a very, very different way. We are working on it, and that's what for today. Until then, goodbye and best wishes for all of you. Thank you.